Welcome back to Becoming a Millionaire. Today we're going to discuss a subject that's on everybody's mind. I was going to do food, but I thought cell phones are probably more important to most people. So that's what we're going to talk about. And what I wanted to bring up is marketing is what is going to just drive this industry to no ends. Samsung is like one of the leaders of Androids, and I don't keep up with all this. I'll let you do it, but they're up to like Samsung 16, and I've seen them at Sam's for $1,200. Okay, $1,200 for a phone. So then you see the iPhone that Verizon has, and you have to turn in a Samsung 9 or higher to even be eligible for this program. But you can sign up and get four uh, iPhone 16s for $25 a month or something like that. Now, these plans are great, but one of the things, if you go to AT&T or Verizon or US Cellular and things like that, is that they have contracts. You have to sign up for contracts, and they have a lot of things you have to jump hoops through to do and to keep going. And so that makes it hard on you. And it's almost like having a perpetual cell phone payment. And they've really gotten rid of contracts now to the point they used to have 2-year contracts, and they've gotten rid of contracts now to just go ahead and start having you pay monthly, 80 to 100 to 120. So some of the people I've talked to about trying to save money already, and that's the reason I'm doing this series, is their cell phones. So a guy the other day I talked to had a cell phone, and he said, well, I'm waiting for my contract to expire to get out of it. And I said, you can go ahead and cancel it. And he goes, you can? I said, yeah, you can go ahead and cancel it. And I said, they'll charge you a fee, but I said, you have to weigh how much you're going to pay for the fee to cancel it. It's like breaking your lease on an apartment, but you have to look at how much you owe. Say you've got 6 months left and they charge you a fee. It might be cheaper just to go ahead and break that contract and go out and go to one of these places I'm going to tell you about now. And so another young lady I know, she was looking for a deal, and I think she went to T-Mobile. And one of the problems she had there is that they advertised a certain deal, and then what happened is they didn't want to honor it. And she goes, well, I've got it recorded of where you said that it would be okay to do it. So they honored the deal, and she got it like for $60 a month. So what I'm going to talk about now is what I think you should be thinking about. Now, I know iPhones are great. I don't own one. My son and his wife do. And a lot of the younger people, techies and things like that, have iPhones. And I understand that. But it's kind of like having a car. What does a car do? You put gas in it, you change your oil, and it gets you from point A to point B. Do you need a Lexus to do that? No. You could just drive a small Toyota Corolla, and it does exactly the same thing. So all you're trying to do, now for me, I just use it to talk on, to text on, to take pictures and send those pictures to my email, and to put things like on Marketplace or whatever. So I don't use it a whole lot. Now, I also don't need a phone that has 4,000 or 5,000 songs on it. I know it's a lot of fun, but we're talking about trying to save money, and what do you need, not what you want. And you almost need to look those two things up in the dictionary to find out what those versions mean. So if I want a new cell phone, which people have waited overnight to get one, that's great. You see them out there outside laughing and clapping and congratulations and all that, and that's wonderful. But let's talk about the different places you can go. So I'm going to go from what I've seen to what I'm using and what I've been using for a long time. So US Cellular has a plan. I didn't check into it. I used to use US Cellular, and you can get 4 phones for $90. I'm not sure if you haven't signed a contract or what you have to turn in or what you have to do, but US Cellular is a pretty good network. I liked them, but I got out of them. The other one is Mint Mobile. So Mint Mobile, right now, I looked online and they're advertising a phone there's 4 plans and you can get unlimited for $15 a month. And my experience with Mint Mobile, and I took myself as the example on my phone, I didn't want to hurt anybody else. So I got the chip from Mint Mobile, put it in, and it wouldn't work. It just would not work. So I called them. They go, well, it's your phone, which I wouldn't disagree with. So then I said, well, send me one of your phones. So I put the chip in there and it wouldn't work. Not at all. I just couldn't get Mint Mobile to work. So I called them, sent it all back, got it all done. There was no charge. They took it all back and it was no problem. And they're run by T-Mobile. And so then I heard about Cricket. So I knew Cricket was an independent company and AT&T bought them out. So now you have a company that is run by AT&T. But what's really nice about these plans is you just go in and you just sign up and you pay a certain amount of money a month. So if you want one line, it's $55 unlimited. If you want to add a hotspot with high-speed data, it's unlimited for $60 a month. And that's what my 30-year-old friend did. She went over there, and that's what she got, was that. But the trick of it is that if you move up to 2 lines, it's 80, 3 lines, it's 90, 4 lines, it's $100 a month for 4 lines. So if you'll just go in, find some people, some of your friends that you can go in together, your phone will be $25 a month. And that's what I have. And so I've got mine, my wife, my daughter, and then we have a 4th phone as an emergency phone. Because if a phone goes dead or you can't find your phone, we've got that one sitting in there. We just go over there, ring our number, we find our phone. It's just that easy. So for $100 a month, you could have 4 phones at Cricket. And the nice thing about a Cricket contract is you simply pay the amount. As where if you go have a monthly payment at AT&T or T-Mobile or Verizon or any of those, the government makes them add on extra money to help out other people. There's like the 911 fee, there's taxes and all that. There's none of that at these places I mentioned, like either, and I don't know anything about Boost or the others. I don't know anything about them, so I can't comment on that. So I'm going to recommend Cricket to everybody for the simple reason that you go in there, you start a plan. If you have a family of 4, $25 a month, and you're done. And that's what I did. Now, so that's my recommendation of how you can save money without chasing these new phones and paying thousands of dollars or $100 or $120 a month for a phone. I'd rather pay $100 for 4 than $100 for 1, and then I'm satisfied. And most people have someone they could do that with at least, and at least pay $40 a month. So now here's your funny story that I'm going to show you. Number 1, this is my old phone, okay? It's an LG red, and they're always that way. So anyway, here's an LG phone. I had it through Cricket. The only reason I'm not using that phone right now is because it's a 3G network. And so Cricket notified me that they were not going to support 3G networks anymore. And so I had to do something. And so I went in and bought this. And it's another LG, okay? And so it's bigger. It's a 4G or 5G. It does everything I needed to do still. I didn't even have to get rid of the original phone that I showed you. And it was fine. I didn't even want to get rid of it, but I had to. So I went into Cricket, bought a phone for $150, and then stayed on the same plan, and it wasn't a big deal. So instead of paying $1,200 for a iPhone or a Samsung, I paid $150. It does everything I needed to do. So why would I want to pay more for, to help Samsung or iPhone grow bigger and make billions of dollars a year? And so last but not least, the next month I decided my wife needed a new phone, and we walked in there, and as I said, I had an LG phone, and what happened, as I said, I brought my wife in to get an LG phone, and she goes, they don't make them anymore, they quit. So all they're making is appliances and things like that now. So we got her a Motorola. And I know Motorola advertises the flip phone and all that kind of stuff, and Cricket has iPhones. Don't spend your money on those things. You don't need it. You want to save your money for retirement, and that's it. So again, like, subscribe, hit the bell, and the 4th thing I always ask you to do, please share my channel with your friends to watch on how to save money and not give your money away. And then we'll talk later about giving your money away on that subject. Have a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye.